resources that people can use to overcome obstacles they may be facing out there? Like let's say somebody already used their ATR grant and they're looking for housing or a treatment facility, and what would you suggest that they do in order to get back on the path to recovery?
Well, the key is today to have insurance.
Of course.
Okay, as we all know, this Affordable Care Act. It can be a wonderful thing. There's glitches in everything that we do. Everything that's out there, there's some glitches. But overall, personally, I have not found no problems. It's helped me tremendously. It's helped me with prescriptions that I needed to pay for, and I actually didn't have the money for at the time. It's helped me with dental, so there's a lot of good things. And in order to get into most recovery programs, they accept insurance. So it's very, very important to have insurance. And it's simple. You can go into Thunder Miss Health Center. You can make the call online, Rhode Island Health Source.com. You can go into any other medical facility, and they will help you. And they will help you through the application process. It doesn't take but maybe 15 minutes. And apply for it, and within a few weeks you will have your insurance.
Now, how hard is it for somebody to get into a treatment facility if they have not applied for the insurance as of yet? But let's say they need treatment today, because let's face it, people are dying out here. So let's say I was to have a friend who was in need of treatment immediately, a detox, but they have no insurance. What would you recommend for that person?
There are funds available on an immediate basis to cover somebody needing services immediately. Again, you would have to get on a list, and you would have to stay in contact with the detox until that bed opens up. If it's not already open, you can go to your local hospital and, check yourself in that way. Roger Williams, Kent County, and they can try to get you to detox. There are ways. It's just not as easy, unfortunately, at this moment. The demand is extreme, and the beds are limited.
Unfortunately, that's the case.
So, try to work with peer-to-peer support. Come to Anchor, talk to us. We'll try to be there for you. We're open. Our hours are from like 9 to 5. Fridays we're open till 8 o'clock at night. We'll be there for you. You want to get into a place, we'll help you.
And I know that's true, because I've seen a lot of people come to Anchor and get help through Anchor Recovery Community Center, both in the Warwick and Pawtucket location. I think it's a tremendous gift to the community to have those centers. And I really I utilized Anchor Recovery myself quite a bit when I first came into recovery, and I've experienced a lot of the same obstacles that you faced, and was able to overcome them with a lot of help. And I just want to ask you more about what you do for fun in recovery, like what do you do on a typical day for you? Could you just tell us what a typical day is like for you?
Well, that's funny. A typical day for me is, I'm usually up by 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and I try to go to the gym, which I just joined, and YMCA, and exercise and get back into shape. Unfortunately, my days have been so full that I haven't been able to get there in the last 2 weeks, but I will be very soon. I usually get up, get ready for work, make sure the house is okay, straightened out. I live in a relationship, and my girlfriend has a 19-year-old son whose 19-year-old girlfriend lives with us, and she's also in college, so a lot of times she'll need a ride to college, which is something that I was inexperienced with before. I've never had kids, I've never been around kids, and that's a new experience for me. This past weekend, as a matter of fact, I took my niece out, who's 3 years old, and it was the first time I think I was ever in a car with a child alone. And I took her to another kid's birthday party. So it was a pretty wild time. It was pretty, you know, something new in my life. And, you know, I go to work and I work around support systems, and I try to help people, and I meet with clients and people who just come in, walk in, and are looking for our services, and, you know, offer them what I can offer them, and refer them to where we you know, whatever they need.
Can you just tell us real quickly how helping other people helps you with your recovery?
Well, it keeps me grounded. At the same time, I can't put myself on a high pedestal. I have to keep grounded like everybody else. Just because I am okay today and I'm in a good spot in my recovery doesn't mean that I can't fall back, because I'm only a drink or a drug away from where they're standing.
That's an excellent point.
Okay, and I have to keep that up front and remember that at all times. That's the most important thing. And my boss always tells me, never put yourself on a pedestal. Always remember that. You're no better than nobody else, and it's crucial, especially when, you know, you find yourself talking a lot and you're in the public a lot. And I know the 12-step programs talk a lot on anonymity. Personally, I don't have any anonymity. I don't mind who hears my story, who knows my story. That's me personally. That's not for everybody. It doesn't work for everybody. And I respect that. I respect every person's anonymity. Again, that's for them. For me, my anonymity is open to anybody who wants to know, who anybody wants to hear. That's what keeps me clean. That's what keeps me sober. That's what keeps me humble. Okay. My evenings, I usually work on myself. That's my time, either to be with my relationship or to be working on my own recovery, whatever that means. My 12-step programs, you hear often about the 12 steps of recovery. Phenomenal. Change your life. I recommend them for anybody. 12 steps of recovery are for anybody, whether you're in recovery or not. You can just manipulate some words in there. And if everybody did them and tried them, we probably have a much more relaxed society.
I agree with that 100%, George, and I know that's helped me a lot in my path to recovery. What I like to say is, any path that works for you is the right path. You know, some people don't prefer to go to 12-step fellowships. They prefer a different path, and if that works for them, that is great, and I support it 100%. Some people need that 12-step fellowship and other things, like myself. I do whatever I can that supports my path, that sustains my path in recovery. And I just want to really thank you for being one of the people that are not anonymous, because your message of hope can show the people at home that recovery is possible. Life does get better. We don't have to settle for the way we lived in the past. And that recovery is a lot of fun.
It is.
And we just really appreciate you coming on the show and sharing your message of hope. And we look forward to seeing you in the future at Anchor. And the folks at home, if you want to come down to Anchor Recovery Community Center anytime on Main Street in Pawtucket, or out in Warwick, Rhode Island on Route 117, just on the outside of the YMCA entrance. We look forward to seeing you down there. Before we go, quickly, George, I would like for you to tell me a little bit more about the Mardi Gras fundraiser.
Awesome. Come on down.
Because I will be
I
seeing
hope
you there.
everybody comes. We're dressing up. I'm actually have my costume. I'm not going to give it away on.
I was just going to ask you, what do you want?
I have it. I have it, and it's ready, and I'm psyched.
I have mine as well.
You know, it's going to be a good time, good food, good people, a lot of laughs, and it's going to be a party. It's going to be a party, man, and I can't wait.
I can't wait for it either.
You know, and then after we finish with this, then we're going to start working on other things. We have the summer coming pretty soon. We're talking about cookouts, and maybe we'll have a summer fest fundraiser or something. Then we also have to work on recovery, the rally for recovery in September, which will come, and right around the corner.
Exactly.
So it's like there's always things going on, and if anybody has any ideas, we'll listen to ideas.
Exactly.
It's about helping each other, and no idea. My ideas aren't no better than anybody else's, and nobody else's ideas are better than mine. It's whatever works for you. As long as you stay clean and you're having fun and you're enjoying being clean. And that's what it's about, enjoyment, and being happy.
And life does get better.
And we can live. Whether you spent 20 years in prison or you spent a year in prison, or you've never been in prison.
That's right.
You've been in prison, if you used and abused alcohol and drugs, you've been in a prison within your skin. Today, we don't have to live in a prison within our skin.
That's so right, George.
And I think that's the key. I can talk. Sometimes I talk too much, they tell me. But I can remember a time when I couldn't say 2 words. Or I'd be shaking, or I'd be sweating. Today I like to talk. I like to give my message. I go around a lot and I talk do forums for probation and parole in different police departments in different counties, and I try to bring the message of recovery to those guys that are on probation and parole, that they too can recover, and that's what it's about. It's about living a life that at the end of the night, when you put your head down on a pillow, you can go to sleep with a clear conscience. And every night I put my head on my pillow, I can go to sleep with a clear conscience now.
And that's a beautiful gift that recovery has given us.
Yeah,
and we thank you so much for coming on the show and
Thanks for having
sharing
me.
your message.